Before we begin, everything you're about to hear was reported as true, not written as fiction, not imagined, reported. 3 people sat down and described what happened to them. We put it here so you could hear it. What you do with it after that is up to you. Story 1. Pay attention to the details. They matter. On the morning of October 14th, I woke up to a voicemail notification on my phone. The call had come in at 3:09 a.m. I had been asleep since 11. The number it came from was my own number. I almost deleted it. I assumed it was some kind of telecom glitch, my phone calling itself. It happens sometimes. I'd read about it, so I almost deleted it. But I listened first. There was about 4 seconds of silence, then breathing, slow, measured, then my own voice. Not a recording of me, not a saved clip. My voice, speaking in real time, describing my bedroom. The lamp on the left side is still on. The window behind the bed is open 2 inches. There are shoes on the floor near the door. One of them is turned over. I sat up. The lamp on the left side was on. The window was open 2 inches. One of my shoes near the door was turned over. I ended the call and called the police. They came. They searched the apartment. They found nothing. No sign of entry. No one inside. The officer suggested I had sleepwalked and called myself. He said people do strange things in their sleep. He said I probably didn't remember it. I wanted to believe him. Then I checked the timestamp again. October 14th, 3:09 a.m. I pulled up my calendar. October 14th was 3 weeks away. The voicemail had arrived 3 weeks before the date shown on the notification. My phone's clock confirmed it. That morning was September 23rd. I called my carrier. They had no record of any call being made from my number at 3:09 a.m. on September 23rd. No record of any call. But I had the voicemail. I played it again. At the very end, after the description of the room, 4 more words, spoken in my voice. Calm, almost gentle. Don't check the closet. I have not opened that closet since September 23rd. I know that sounds irrational. I know that sounds like exactly the kind of thing a person says right before they open it anyway. But I listened to that voicemail 11 times. And every time I hear my own voice say those 4 words, I believe it. The next account comes from someone who worked nights for 11 years. They said in 11 years, nothing ever scared them. Until it did. I worked the overnight shift at a gas station for 11 years. Rural highway. 1 road in, 1 road out. Maybe 4 or 5 customers between midnight and 6 a.m. on a good night. Most nights, less. I was used to being alone. In year 3, I started noticing the car. Dark blue sedan. Late 90s model. No front license plate. It would pull up to pump 4. Always pump 4. At 3:17 a.m. Not 3:15, not 3:20, 3:17. The man who drove it never came inside. He'd get out, stand next to the pump without using it, look at the road for exactly 4 minutes, then get back in and drive away. Every night. For 2 years. I started timing him. 4 minutes. Never 3. Never 5. 4 minutes. Then gone. In year 5, I mentioned it to my manager. He looked at me for a long time. Then he told me the man had been coming there for years before I started. He said the previous night shift worker had mentioned him too. Then he said something I've never forgotten. He said, as long as he stays outside, don't worry about it. I asked what he meant. He didn't answer. 2 months later, year 5, November, 3:17 a.m. The car pulled up to pump 4. The man got out. He stood at the pump for 4 minutes. Then he walked toward the door. I had never seen him walk toward the door. In 2 years, I had never seen him do anything except stand at that pump. He came inside. He walked directly to the counter. He placed both hands flat on the surface. He looked at me. His eyes were... I don't know how to explain this properly. They were the right color. They moved normally, but there was nothing behind them. Like looking at a photograph of a person. Like the eyes in the photograph were looking back. He said one thing. "I think you left something outside." I looked at the security monitor behind me. Pump 4, where his car was parked. There was a woman standing next to his car, hands zip-tied in front of her, looking directly at the camera. I called 911. When the officers arrived 4 minutes later, the car was gone. The woman was gone. The man was gone. They reviewed the security footage. The car was there. The man coming inside was there. The woman at pump 4 was not on the footage. The woman at pump 4 was not on the footage. The camera had been on. It was functioning. She was not on it. But I saw her. I quit that job the same week. I still don't know what he wanted me to go outside for. I think about that a lot. I think about it every time I drive past a gas station at night. The last story tonight is the shortest. Most of the time, the shortest ones are the ones that stay with you. This one is 14 sentences long. I'll let you count them. My wife's name is Karen. We've been married for 9 years. We have a routine. On Sunday evenings, I go into the backyard after dinner to check the garden. Karen stays inside and cleans up. She stands at the kitchen window while she works. I wave at her through the glass. She waves back. We've done this every Sunday for 9 years. Last Sunday, I went into the backyard after dinner. I looked at the kitchen window. Someone was standing at it. The light was on inside, so I couldn't see clearly. Just a figure. The right height. The right shape. I waved. She waved back. I went inside. Karen was not in the kitchen. Her coat was by the door. Her car was in the driveway. I called her name. She answered from upstairs. She had been in the bath for the past hour. She had not been downstairs since before I went outside. I looked at the kitchen window from inside. There was no one there. I checked every room. I checked every door. Every window was locked from the inside. We have not found an explanation. Karen doesn't stand at the kitchen window anymore on Sunday evenings. I still go into the backyard. I have not waved since. 3 stories. 1 voicemail from your own future. 1 man who stood at pump 4 for 2 years. 1 wave from someone who wasn't there. If any of these feel familiar, if something like this has happened to you, leave it below. We're always listening. Subscribe. Stay dark.